So I'm an SAP consultant. I'm expertise in QM module, and I've been working as a freelancer for the last couple of years. Right now, I'm trying to find out the ways how I can do better while I'm freelancing, or shall I just scale my business and instead of being a freelancer, switch to being a business with a team. So that is where I am right now.
Yeah. That's normal where everybody starts more or less. But maybe before we get into some details there, what kind of SAP consulting do you or does your company provide? Which field are you?
It is QM, quality management module. Anything about QM. It could be a greenfield implementation. It could be a rollout. It could be a support project. It could be developments on quality management, anything related with QM.
A lot of demand in the SAP field. How long have you been doing SAP now? For how many years?
Now it's like almost 9 years.
A long time. That is a long time. Yeah, it's ready to take the next step, definitely. How did you get that? How did you get in touch with us? How was that?
I feel it was by luck. I think I've seen one of your videos first, and when I watched it, I remember you were mentioning about a couple of problems in the video, a couple of problems that freelancers in IT are having. And when I heard those ones, and I was feeling like almost all of them are the problems that I'm having right now. And those were the problems I'm looking for the answers. How to scale your business, how to find new customers, having fear about how to find new customers, selling your time, not being a standard, not switching into a standardized offering and so on. So those things was the same question marks I had for the last, I don't know how many months.
That's why we do it. I mean, that's the point here is I've been in the same situation, so I know the problems that we in this situation that we typically have. I think that's why it resonated, and I'm happy that it did, because that's why you are sitting here. How did you start? What was the starting situation? For example, you already had a project, obviously, so you're doing that for 8-9 years. So what was the starting situation?
Yes, at this starting point, I already had some projects where I'm working to the end customer, but it is usually not a direct connection with the end customers. There are middlemen in between. So that is the situation I had. Now I'm trying to learn and find the ways to reach out to customers by myself.
Yeah, so the typical, I would say the typical starting situation was you had client projects for the last years from third parties, recruiters, and so on. So the typical ones from third parties, and obviously this is something that you wanted to focus on. And you're alone right now, right? You don't have a team yet in the background.
Yes, I'm for the current projects. I'm working alone.
But that should change in the future, obviously, as a wish.
That's the plan.
What did we do in the first? Now it's been more or less, I believe, 6 months, plus minus. What did we do in those 6 months, like from your perspective?
In those months, first we started working on my USP. So who is my target audience, who I should reach out to? Those are the things that we worked and tried to specify. And after that, I prepared my standard offering. Now it's time to reach out to the customers to see how to generate leads. Hopefully, being able to generate leads continuously. Once you have proper contact with the leads, present the offering and hopefully close the call or close the lead.
That's the process that we are currently in. So as you say, typically we do the niche positioning, the client avatar, so the target audience definition, the ICP, the UCP, the standardized offering. and now you're in full mode in lead gen and also marketing, because outbound is the outreach, inbound is coming from the content. So that's something also very new, I believe, that we are doing currently for you. But the process has started. I'm happy with it right now. Where are you right now?
I'm trying to generate lead. I started being active on LinkedIn. I started sharing content, and it is too soon to have the actual results. Actually, I think I need some more time. Now I see a way of reaching out to people, and now I also think it could be possible to generate a customer from what I'm trying right now.
As we say, that's obviously the goal, but it's a step-for-step process, as we anyway continued. Right now, it's a little bit of an iteration. We need to adjust. We need to see. Now we changed a couple of things in the lead generation, as we just spoke in our call before. We automated a couple of things and changed a little bit of filtering. So that's in the process right now, that you really need to track what were the changes, what were the effects, because small changes can have quite some effects. But yeah, you were also mentioning in the last weeks you need more time because you can't answer all the people. I remember that saying. So the messages are getting now in the focus. You're generating the leads. You actually generated a couple of times, I believe, also not in your target audience, Microsoft leads, which was pretty funny actually, because other people could take over. Yeah, but you're on the good. You're right now. You're on a I would say on a very good way. Let's put it like this. And as you say, or you can see how you're actually able to get clients out of this in this whole process. Because I believe from all the people, all the clients that I've worked with, at the beginning, it's always a bit of a, how do you say, a little bit of a black box. Why are we doing this? Not really understood, like at the beginning, why we need this. But I hope now it's also visible why the positioning, the USP, the target audience is so important, that we really have this clear, because the more of a clear picture we have, the easier it is to target those people and actually help them, help those companies. And at the end, that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. So yeah, I'm happy how you are proceeding. You're putting a lot of work in. I can see that. Very structured guy, Ilker, I would say. And
thanks.
And you're good at messaging, that I also saw already. So that's a good hand. Yeah. What are the next steps? Now?
I'm focusing more on how to generate the leads, but then next steps are going to be working on sales. So yeah. I have the leads. I could get in a call, and in the call I should be able to tell that I'm the guy that can solve their problems. I will only have, I don't know, one call, or if I'm lucky, 2 calls. I will have a limited time with the leads, and I should be able to express myself in those short time. So now the next step is going to work on what to focus on those sales calls, how to be able to express myself better in that short time frame.
Very important. Yeah. It's a typical, I would say, I wouldn't call it bottleneck, but it's something that we in the IT always need to learn, because we haven't learned sales. So that's why so much emphasis is on the lead generation, on the marketing, and on the sales, because that's naturally something that we don't really like so much, but we need to learn to like it, because otherwise no clients, no direct clients. Yeah.
Exactly.
What are the what from right now? Like what did you like specifically, or also didn't like? Like what are the highlights, or maybe even also downsides, to be transparent from the mentoring so far?
So it's been a couple of months now, and now I understand each step we have is kind of serving to the next one. So the further I get, I get more clear about the big picture.
Yeah.
So that is the part that I like. I'm someone from IT. I know how to work on technical things, going in details and so on. That's the part that I like to work on. But working on marketing, working on how to message, how to how to be more efficient while messaging, those part I didn't really like working on that part.
But you know they're necessary. Yeah, you know they're necessary. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Now I'm getting better at it, but at first, I mean, when I'm, let's say, chatting with one people, I'm trying to send one message, a simple
Yeah.
sentence. It took me, I don't know, sometimes half an hour, sometimes
It's
1 hour to think and write.
it's completely normal. But you see the learning curve that you already have now, because now you don't take as much time as you did before. It's a learning curve.
Yeah.
You're getting used to it. So how did you like the support from us, like from the team, or like in total? Was it fine? Was something missing? Something we can improve?
It was good. It was good actually. So we have the weekly calls for 3 different categories. There we are able to ask the questions. We have weekly one-on-one calls. There we can ask the questions, and we can also reach out by messaging every day. So I think it was good. Yeah.
Something missing?
Nothing. I guess no.
No? Well, it's important because we also always want to improve, obviously. So if you have something, then you can always let us know. But I'm happy if you're happy with the support. You're also clear about the big picture that we're building. That's why I meant at the beginning. It's in the first couple of weeks or months. It's a bit difficult to get this big picture. That's why we do the step for step, and as you say, they're building on top of each other. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
And last question: would you refer us to other colleagues?
Yes, I would definitely recommend, because it's all similar for everyone who is, let's say, who is in our position. We are from IT. We know how to get things done, but not on this side.
It's on the business side. It's something that we didn't learn as we spoke also before. It's something that that you need to learn because in the IT we're all experts, but on the business side it's something that that's lacking every now and then. And happy that we can provide the value and that you also recommend. Well. Yep. That's already it, Ilker. Thank you. Anything that you still want to say or mention or whatever?
No, I guess we talked about it all.
Well, then, happy to have you here, Ilker. So far, been a lot of fun working with you and curious what the future brings. All right.
Happy to be here too. Thank you.
Thank you, Ilker.